Well, hello everyone. I am back here today. Um, just to get a quick review about what's going on with the market, and I'm not sure if my microphone is on. Oh, yeah, it is on. Um, so let's start by past predictions, as we usually do, and let's go back to BTC since this is about BTC. We're still okay on this bumpy rectangle. It's just trying to accumulate. The problem that I have right now, I had a couple of updates on the weekly. We really have this is not what I want. This is not what I want. Anyways, I think I'll have to find it in a minute. But the problem that I have right now, it's the weekly is pushing the price down, and I really have a hard time thinking about where the target is on the higher end. And if we go here, oh, here it is, the weekly. This is paper trading, don't worry about the numbers, but I'm gonna show you this real quick. And it is fascinating how BTC has increasingly respected the MA8, which is the blue line. If we go back to the initial bull run, the first time that we came over, it was the volume increase, and then we went over the MA8. We took a couple of months to be there, and then we never went down significantly below the blue line, which is the MA. We did here, but then we recover super fast, and now we are on the other side of the spectrum. We haven't been able to stay above. You see, it would be nice if we had a fractal and a divergence on the bullish. Then I could have said, yeah, we're recovering. But the problem is we are still under the blue line, and every time the weekly tests it, it's almost as 100% short. That's unbelievable. So as you can see, we went up, we created a fractal and a divergence. We dropped down, we couldn't stay up, we dropped down, and we haven't been able to recover. So on the weekly, I'd say it's safe if you are a less aggressive trader to wait for the weekly to close above the MA8. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but hopefully soon. And for that end, I think we can move to the monthly chart now, which is getting super interesting. We have the same problem here again, the same way the BTC has been respecting the MA8 on the weekly. Now we have the problem on the monthly, and my assumption is it will start pushing the price down the same way the weekly did. So I know there are some targets where I don't see really how they can get those targets, because I don't see any support on the monthly, at least in any place. Like for example, this, I know we kind of end up here. Let me see the line here. Let me bring this back up. So this was a kind of a good support, because we had 2 months of movements. This is another okay support. We had 3 months on the same range, opening, closing in, and opening again, and so we already blew that one. That's it. So now we have another, which I don't think this is gonna hold that well, just because it was on the bull run. We had a closing, above closing, above closing. This might act as some type of support in the price of 22 to 24. What the heck? Why is this on this? So from 24 to 29, maybe we could, but this is the real support, is all the way in the hundreds, at least for the monthly chart. Let me remove all that crap. And we are not really recovering in any way. So what I think is we might move diagonally, I mean horizontally, for a couple months, and then try to test the MA8, which is about 52. The more that we stay below this MA, the less likely is that we will hit those prices. But we have had some good recoveries, like this tested the MA, pushed it down, and then tested, push it down again, push it down, and then we've been just, it's the same as the weekly chart. And that's for this. Let's just go on the daily now. What's going on with the daily? So as you can see, we are on a very, very bad spot for two reasons. The each cloud was holding pretty well on the bullish side, end up breaking down. Now we're gonna go below the price. The lag line is what kind of rules the price. Although we have a almost bullish call on the daily, which is here, the lag line, it's on the bearish end. So for me, I will look at the lag line before I look at the cloud cross, because this is a more powerful. And if you want to refer to that one, I can take you up here. Why I was bearish, because the lag line never crossed anywhere. What is this thing doing? The heck is this? Okay. So the lag line never crossed and end up breaking down, even though we had a bullish on the HE itself. We had a bad breaking down on the lag line. So my assumption is this might hover down underneath this pricing for, I don't know, last time it was what, more than 3 months. So let's see when it crossed the first time. So it was from here all the way like right here, which it was like 62 days. Okay, that's how long it was for the last time to break down. So I'm assuming it will do something similar, where we will have a crazy pump and then we'll break down again. So if I was to think of a time frame for this, we might end up crossing somewhere right here, 35. Let's say, let's just give it the same time. So it'd be about by February 19, which I said before, I would wait until April, May or April to sell, and I think we're gonna be a little closer than that. So as of today, I know people love predictions. As of today, I am optimistic. What the heck is wrong with this thing? I am optimistic about where BTC is going, and I still hope that we will at least test the monthly once before it breaks down, which, let me just go back. This is the weekly. I'll explain this one. So at least once before it breaks down, and I think it's gonna go in this range right here. Again, I don't know that, I'm just predicting things. and it will be from 53 to 57. That's my target now. I had a I had a target before of 64, but now on the last time that broke down, it just that completely erased it, at least from my viewpoint. It completely took out of the chart. So I hope that you again, for me, I'm still holding on a long. I am bearish, but hopeful that it will go up. I have entered a couple of coins. I enter ETH at 134. I'm under the water right now with that. I enter on Coinbase. I enter a couple of ETH at 123.90, I think it was, and Bitcoin. I'm still debating if I should enter more. I am still holding the ones in Coinbase from the lower 331s, and I'm just thinking if I should trade on Bitfinex. But as of today, I am less optimistic, but still hopeful on where BTC will end up moving. So I hope this little analysis will help in some ways. And if you are trading in Forex, this is what I am. I'm shorting gold. I got taken out the first, and I enter it at 193. I enter right here about yes, 193. I thought it was gonna go to 1300. It didn't go, but trade is active at 193 shorts, and I am also shorting this one again. If you're in Forex, if you're not, then don't worry about these charts. So this is about to break down. Profits, take profits are the same areas, at least for me. Forex is a little more complicated in a way, but yeah, this is all I have for you today, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have friends that you want to refer, and if you have any questions, my information is down in the description. You can subscribe so you can get my weekly videos. I'm gonna try to make a weekly video at least to see where we stand, and yeah, that's about it. Have a good week, and don't forget the weekly is closing tomorrow. See you soon.